Hey, this is Debbi Dachinger from the Dare to Dream podcast. I speak about extraterrestrials and shamanism, where they intersect, and about first contact. However, I'm coming to you with a really different message than is anywhere near typical for me. Last night, we had a really brave woman. We have a back house for rent here in Burbank, California, and she drove many, many states in order to be here and put on a workshop. And the reason why she's so brave, obviously, to come into California during these wildfires, not many people would have made that choice, but she did. She wanted to be on the front lines and she wanted to shed some light in a place that needs some. Her name is Melanie Aguirre. And it was an amazing evening. She invited us, even though it's our property. And many of you know I'm very connected to the Lyran beings, and they are my family. I make these galactic shirts, and I'm proud to be wearing this today. This ferocity, this peaceful healer beings, of which I'm a part, and many of you are too. So Melanie did a channeling. First, she was here for so many hours, beautiful, with people live and also online. And the first thing she did was talk about the channelers who come, the beings that come through her, asked only that we do things for the collective. So because the channeler gave an overview of what is happening specifically in Southern California, there was a lot for my aggregator journalist mind that was compelling, curious, didn't get it. So when it was my turn to ask a question, I asked, please give us some clarity. You made mention that this has been planned for a long time. You made mention that there is greed involved and that there's a lot of specifics that have been underway for a long time. That nothing happened here in Southern California is organic. I want to be super clear. I am not a conspiracy theorist. In fact, I stray far away from that. That's not my jam at all. And I have a really peaceful, loving nature. So the information that ensued once I asked those questions actually gave me a headache and made me sick to my stomach. And at the same time I was listening to the channeling going on, I realized I have amazing discernment, for which I'm extremely, this is my remote, for which I am extremely grateful for. And I knew truth when I heard truth. And synchronistically, I went to a party. People from college, we meet once a year, complete non-believers in all of this stuff, by the way. So I don't ever go there. I know my audience I speak to, but it was beautiful to hang out with them. We have so much history together in performing arts, and these incredibly intelligent people that I went to USC with, incredibly intelligent. And one of them, I'll just say she's in the finance world, without even knowing what I had just heard from a channeler, started speaking directly to this and saying from a logistic point of view the same information. Boof, blew me away. And I woke up this morning to my team member, the guy who I adore and lives in India and runs my YouTube channel and other things, and in his 19-year-old brilliance, watching globally from what's happening from another country, not even knowing what I'd heard in channeling, not even knowing what somebody said last night at a party, boom, he brings it together and he has the same idea of what's been going on in the back. I'm giving you this preface so you understand what's about to unfold. This is an excerpt from a channeling last night. And he urged me, Pranjal is his name, urged me to release this information. I do so because, yes, people need to answer. The people, we of this land, and it's not over yet. We're getting fires closer and closer to our home, and it's palpable trauma and grief here. Hundreds of thousands of people homeless within days. It's unthinkable. May I ask what I call you?
by name or by species or by nickname or just for fun?
All of the above, but I would say by name and by species would be beautiful.
The name of frequency that we have delivered is Lyran or Lyran in a sense, which you might think of a lion, but we are not lions, but we do have a connection with them. We are a tall, white frequency that you'd say we like to share that our density is not a solid form, but that of a white or clear or transparent frequency, depending on who is looking at us.
Thank you. My question is, in the beginning, when you were giving us an overview, you mentioned that you knew this was coming, this event that we find ourselves in the midst of. And you had anticipated this for some time. So I'm really curious, what is going on? What is going on right now? And why is it going on? What is the purpose of this? What is the hopeful outcome? And can we feel safe that this might be over and we can start to repair?
Yes, thank you for the questions, the interest, the curiosity. We have been seeing this coming for some time, not because it is a accident, but rather a pre-planned situation of sorts. There is nothing natural about the Earth's weather, you'd say, at this time. The manipulation that has been created by your trustworthy governmental officials, there has been pre-planning for quite some time. We like to eavesdrop into their conversations to make sure they are making the right choices. Some of them are connected with us in a telepathic sense, and we have told them not to. But as you know, it is and can be about money, which is one of the most densest things on this planet Earth, causing many people to do stupid things. The human consciousness is a level of free will, making choices and decisions based upon their own interest, based upon what they think is best. But if they knew what was best, they would have never come into this area to begin with. Creating a toxic environment for these humans, for your human collective. It has always been a quote unquote trap. Slavery never ended. This destruction, this course, this trap, this decision to follow through with this situation, it does grow heavy on many of their hearts. Do not forget, they are also human with emotions. but they look at it as a opportunity to, yes, rebuild, to clear out the old, create a new timeline, a new shift, a new environment from which we can start to resonate and to align with who we are meant to be. That might sound contradicting, but just as if one throws the trash away, we are able to replace what has been lost. We are assisting with this development, and yes, you are in a safe space. The new development will come forth in a way which might seem subtle, but there will be many upgrades in the area, not just with the homes, but the environment as well. There will be those light workers and star seeds who will start to gain control or access to the opportunity to create and place something wonderful here. There will be much time to clear the area, as we know much has been lost, much has been damaged, not just the physical, but the human psychological perspective as well.
Can I get some clarity, please? When you say that this was an act of intention, not accident, and there was greed involved, first of all, are you referring to the lack of water and the lack of budget for firefighters? And second of all, what in the world financially could somebody gain from this?
As you know, as you see these, what you would call insurance companies pulling out,
Yeah.
there have been other fire instances. They have done this as well. They are part of this stem of growth, governmental growth. The thing to gain is land. They have run out of space to create and to take over, so they are resorting to destroying and running people from and away the area. Do not forget, they have also passed laws. If it is a national disaster area, if no one is able to take over their home, if they don't have the money to rebuild their home, they have no choice but to go elsewhere. This leaves the land open and vulnerable into the government's property, you'd say. Then they will start to clear the area. They want to help you, but they are not helping you or anyone, as you know. And yes, that is why there is no access to water. There are no funds to assist. They brush it off like nothing happened. Oh well. Oh well, they say. Oh well.
Wow.
The government, has fought long and hard on this decision because of the amount, the population that is affected. But this area, believe it or not, has much to provide underground. They will start mining the area for elements and minerals that they will and can use going forward. Again, it is about money. They will and have created the problem, but yet they will create the solution. And then they will make you buy the solution. They have no heart at this time. They are operating from a lower density of control and manipulation. Some do not know how to get out of this, but they will. Some will step out and down, while some others step up and in to a position of discernment and decision making. But the area that is to come will take time. But it is within divine connection, within a higher path of understanding that we are transforming our planet into a new age.
Welcome and thank you so much. Last night you did a very in-depth channeling and I found it arresting, to say the least. And one of my team members reached out to me this morning at a bunch of synchronicities and strongly recommended that we do something much smaller to offer to those who want and need to hear what's really going on right now amidst the chaos and the confusion in Southern California. Can you share very briefly what's going on, why it's going on? Pull back the curtains, beyond the fires, beyond the winds. I'll leave it at that. Thank you.
Yes, to sum it up, you'd say, in a nutshell, in a direct form, cut and dry, some would say. Keep in mind, we are in a time of great shift, a great fall, some might see. Many are being shifted in a new direction of purpose and enlightenment. That is the overall of the good that might come out of this, but if you are wanting the more information that is a little bit more direct and concerning the situation, yes, we can provide. Your governmental system or structure or program has been coming to you in time and time and time again with events that flow, that are pre-planned, pre-programmed, pre-designed in order to, let's just say, make it their world instead of yours. Keep in mind, we are in a time of enlightening experiences, so this shift is supporting those who need to wake up now. This has been quite the disaster area with much that has been flowing. This is not the first instance or event that has taken place. There have been others in your past. There will be more to come. Again, we can say there will be mining in the area so that they can produce on a level that assists them. They have been holding back the water on purpose. They have been rejecting help on purpose. Why, you say? Because it would benefit them in order to provide a project they've been planning for some time. This smart city some are speaking of is what is coming. AI is coming. A new direction is coming. Be prepared.
I want to get more specifics. When you say there's a new direction coming, I assume you mean Los Angeles or Southern California. Can you be more specific? What is that new direction? What does it entail? What is their plan?
The new direction is just starting in your corner. It will not be the first or the last. Upgrading the human mind, human experience to collaborate and form into an AI type of being. You see, your evolution is expanding, your intelligence is expanding. Again, they have been working in the past timelines, preparing this for decades. Their intention is to wipe out the human race that does not serve them. They have been utilizing the human as slaves. Therefore, this new direction would put the human mind and race for those who are backlashing or not listening to the government system. They want to overpower the human mind, human emotion, human decision, to quote unquote shut them off when they feel is fine in their own time, which we know is wrong. To create further robots, you'd say, humanistic robots.
Going back to the actual fires that are going on, when you say they and pre-plan and you use the word government, can you be more specific? Is Governor Newsom involved? Is the mayor of Los Angeles involved? Are the insurance companies involved? Who in the government is involved and who else is behind this?
Yes, and yes. Everyone who is rejecting or denying or not helping at this time is somewhat being paid off to maybe shut their mouth at times, but as we see, you will start to see the true-hearted sentient beings with the intelligence of evolution and consciousness. Those beings will start to step down from these roles as other beings will start to step in. Yes, the government, the president, the system is very large, but keep in mind it's not just the United States government. It does expand into other countries. They are all a team. They all work together. That is why no help is being sent to other countries when they need it. They turn their back as if it is not happening. when in reality, the human population, the residents, are very concerned in this process. We see that many are wanting to help and step in, but there is much being rejected. Again, it is all about power, control, and greed. Money can burn, but guess what? If they can create a new currency, then that will overpower your dollar bill. It means nothing. It is paper. Keep in mind, this new structure that is coming will seem to formulate overnight. They have had the solution long ago before this started. They will start to utilize the minerals and substances underground to benefit themselves in this way, to build.
What kind of substances? What kind of minerals?
We see more coal and lithium and perhaps even gold deposits, silver, titanium. You have to keep in mind that this position that they are in is quite brutal. They are emotionless. They have to be emotionless in order to provide this type of impact with much carelessness that they are giving off. They shove it aside again. But for those who are looking for hope and love and peace and a sense of calmness within themselves, in order to bring that within yourself, you have to tune in to yourself, your energy, your inner heart, your inner compassion, your inner peace, your higher self, your soul self, your purpose, your mission. Stay on track with why you are here, with delivering the information or your service in some that way that you do, helping the animals, helping the humans, helping the land, helping the structures. We are fighting a spiritual fight here. That is very clear. A spiritual war. A war on the soul to stop the evolution of the humankind, the human intelligence. It is unnatural, you know. They are wanting to put chips inside you. Do not let them. This is mind control. A way to control, enslave, and become more powerful.
And I want to make sure to get back to the immediate fires, because that's what's imminent. That's what's really important for folks who are watching. Can you give one or two brief bullet points? What can they do right now? Those maybe even who have lost everything or know people who have lost everything, or see the insanity and they know the truth.
If they know the truth, they need to continue to speak the truth. Do not hesitate. Do not suppress. Stay strong. Keep building. Relocate if you need to or if you are called to. Those in this area will stay put as they feel if it resonates. But do not discount yourselves. Do not discount your abilities and your power and your true direction and the choice that you have to say no more. We have had enough. We all have to stand together like an army of ants when they come together and fight back. This is very important for those who need to take that direction and stand for themselves.
Okay, we need to wrap it up because it will only record a very short amount of time. All right. So we will stand for ourselves, and I guess what I'd like to ask you You could say it in 2 or 3 sentences. Will you stand with us? Will the benevolent beings, our galactic star brothers and sisters, those in the cosmos who might also be looking down in horror, can you stand with us? Can you help us right now?
We have been helping, we have been standing by, we have been providing much assistance on an internal and external level. We will not stand down. We will stay by your side. We will stay above in the sky. We are here. We are family. We are not separate from you.
Thank you. My last question is this. We need hope. We do need hope. We don't want to feel like this disgusted feeling I'm feeling right now as a Los Angelino. This is crazy. Anyway, there's a song, and I think it's an old musical called Aquarius. And this is what's coming up when I listen to you if I'm not going to cry. And it's this song, and the words are, how can people be so heartless? How can people be so cruel? Easy to be cold, easy to say no. That's how I feel listening to this. Like the greed, the complete detachment from lives and impact. It doesn't compute for me. So for anybody who's watching and feels this disgust and this hopelessness and this shock at information that may resonate as true to them, like it is for me, what can they do? What can we literally do as individuals and as a collective? Those living here, those in our state, those in our country, and those around in the world who are watching this with horror right now.
You have to keep in mind that this position that they are in is quite brutal. They are emotionless. They have to be emotionless in order to provide this type of impact with much carelessness that they are giving off. They shove it aside again. But for those who are looking for hope and love and peace and a sense of calmness within themselves, in order to bring that within yourself, you have to tune in to yourself, your energy, your inner heart, your inner compassion, your inner peace, your higher self, your soul self, your purpose, your mission. Stay on track with why you are here, with delivering the information or your service in some that way that you do. Helping the animals, helping the humans, helping the land, helping the structures. We are fighting a spiritual fight here. That is very clear. A spiritual war. A war on the soul to stop the evolution of the humankind, the human intelligence. It is unnatural, you know. They are wanting to put chips inside you. Do not let them. This is mind control. A way to control, enslave, and become more powerful.
And I want to make sure to get back to the immediate fires, because that's what's imminent. That's what's really important for folks who are watching. Can you give 1 or 2 brief bullet points? What can they do right now? Those maybe even who have lost everything or know people who have lost everything. Or see the insanity and they know the truth.
If they know the truth, they need to continue to speak the truth. Do not hesitate. Do not suppress. Stay strong. Keep building. relocate if you need to or if you are called to. Those in this area will stay put as they feel if it resonates. But do not discount yourselves. Do not discount your abilities and your power and your true direction and the choice that you have to say no more. We have had enough. We all have to stand together like an army of ants when they come together and fight back.